We're doing it right now, but we've seen some other people, they have like live webinars, and they have the sales guys on the live webinars. And even though they're selling super high ticket offers, they try to like do that communication/information stage of the call, like just through the chat. And then once they show a level of interest, then they get them on the call.
Well, they're using the webinar as the set.
Correct.
At the end of the day, there's a certain amount of information that someone needs to have, or a certain amount of like exposure that they have to have to a brand or a product for them to make a buying decision. And so that can be a long set and then a short close. It can be a set webinar close. It can be a long webinar then a close. Like there's just a certain amount of selling. The runway for the plane has to be a certain length. Doesn't really matter where you slice it. It just has, like, this is amount that the majority of people need to have before making a purchasing decision. Now, some people might need less, and that's okay because they probably got it beforehand from other things that they've consumed. So if you want to say, okay, how do I sell? Well, I want to increase the likelihood that the highest percentage of people buy, then I want to create an experience that the highest percentage of people get all of the information that they need prior to the closing conversation. And so if you do a webinar as a big set thing, to me, that's the same. That's all the same. Like if you run ads to webinar, ads to VSL, then they go to a scheduler, or if you have a live call team where you have a number that becomes the CTA and then the call team's answering calls in real time. Operationally, I wouldn't upend my entire business because of just a slightly different way of doing it, because I think it's more happy to glad. As long as your throughput is good and you're making money and you're growing right now, I don't know if that would be the constraint of the business.